So sad news out of the entertainment industry today. Hollywood lost an absolute great. For my 2 cents, one of the great actors in my lifetime found dead at the age of 95. Gene Hackman at his house in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Hackman, along with his wife, Betsy Arakawa, was also found dead, and one of their dogs. The two had been married since 1991. She was a classical pianist. Hackman, a Hall of Fame actor. A GOAT. Certainly known for doing some terrific works on the big screen. He accomplished quite a lot in his near century of life. Here are some of the accolades, including 3 Golden Globe Awards for his work in The French Connection in 1972. He played Jimmy Popeye Doyle, an iconic role in its own right. Also won for Best Supporting Actor in Unforgiven, terrific movie in 93. The Royal Tenenbaums, flies under the radar. An underrated classic, kind of a cult classic. Go check it out if you haven't already. Really funny. And again, he won a Golden Globe for that 23 years ago. Took home a pair of Academy Awards for his work in The French Connection in 72 and also for Unforgiven in 93. Was nominated 3 other times, including Bonnie and Clyde back in 68, Mississippi Burning. What a great movie. Can't believe that was back in 89. So he did some great films. I remember as a kid, back in the day when folks would wait in lines to see the new releases of movies. What a thrill that was, as much as the movie. The anticipation, getting the tickets, just waiting to go see a blockbuster like Christopher Reeve in Superman. And Lex Luthor kind of scaring me as a little kid. He played that role better than anyone out there, end of story. Just an excellent, excellent actor with such a broad range of abilities to play so many characters. My favorite, Norman Dale, the basketball coach he portrayed in the classic Hoosiers back in 1986. It's a long story, but it's basically about a basketball coach that was looking to find his life back on the hard court coaching again and reclaim who he is as a man after some tough times. And he finds an opportunity in the middle of absolutely nowhere in the hotbed of Indiana hoops and coaches little-known Milan High School all the way to the state championship game. And it deals with the trials and tribulations of him getting his life back on track and trying to help youngsters find some direction on and off the court. Great movie. He stars with Barbara Hershey. There are so many great scenes in that movie to pick out, but I picked out this one. So get the popcorn out for us to watch. This is the coach, Norman Dale, firing up his Hickory squad for the big playoff game. Take a look and listen.
There's a tradition in tournament play. Not talk about the next step until you've climbed the one in front of you. I'm sure going to the state finals is beyond your wildest dreams, so let's just keep it right there. Forget about the crowds, the size of the school, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals that we've gone over time and time again. And most important, don't get caught up thinking about winning or losing this game. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners. Okay? All right! Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it! Go, 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 go!
Gets me all fired up, Hoosiers, in that scene. Makes me want to watch it for the 4,997th time. Something like that. You know what constitutes a great movie to me? The ones that are like Hoosiers, at least with me. Whatever your personal favorite or favorites might be. The ones that if you're being a couch potato, Lazy, which I've been known to be at times, okay, and you're just flipping away. Then all of a sudden, you find yourself stuck back in that movie you've watched for, what, 6,000 times, something like that. You know all the lines, but you're zoned in. Again, it's got you. And that's what Hoosiers does to me. Gene Hackman in so many great roles. There's another movie that's a lesser known movie, a Vietnam movie that I love Gene Hackman in. If you haven't seen, go check this one out, Uncommon Valor. Big fan of The Replacements, not quite in the upper echelon ilk of a movie as Hoosiers, especially a sports movie. It's kind of silly. All right, it's stupid, but it's fun. Replacements is another one. And the list goes on and on. Now, interestingly enough, Gene Hackman also would like to thank him for his service. A veteran, back in '88, did an interview with David Letterman explaining how and why he joined the Marines at age 16. Take a look and listen.
Were you in the service yourself?
Yeah, I was in the Marines.
Yeah.
I'd gone in when I was 16.
What were the circumstances leading up to the decision a 16-year-old kid makes about going into the Marine Corps for you?
I couldn't get laid, you know, and
I couldn't either, but I thought maybe scouting would help.
I had tried scouting.
To go to the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, no, I just wanted to get out of town, really. Marine Corps happened to be the only place that would send me, you know. And I was just 16. And
there you go. Blunt Gene Hackman giving you as good as an answer as ever why to become a Marine, right? Thank you for your service. How about that? Meanwhile, a final excerpt as I wrap it up. This comes from the Charlie Rose Show about 25 years ago. Now, Gene Hackman, as I said, was a Hall of Fame actor. When it came to interviewing, that's what Charlie Rose was, a Hall of Fame interviewer, one of the best ever to do it. He had a chance on his show to ask Gene Hackman about any regrets professionally he may have had. Take a look and listen.
Any regrets about the movie life you've had?
Yes. I wish that maybe in the 80s, late 70s and early 80s, that I had moved back to New York and kept more in touch with the theater, so that I could have maybe expanded my craft and kept more in touch with what acting means to me.
I guess at the end of the day, like Sinatra said, he did it his way. He would have left an indelible mark on theater if he went in that direction, but he went the direction of doing primarily films. And he was simply awesome. Sad to see you go. The world will miss you, Gene Hackman. Rest in peace.